Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll talk about 2 times Jon Taffer physically attacked someone on Bar Rescue. Part 2. Let's head into it. Number 2. Empty Pockets. After getting into a shoving match on this week's episode of popular Spike TV reality show Bar Rescue, host and nightlife expert Jon Taffer and a bar owner in Denver had to be physically restrained. The ugly wrestling match didn't escalate into a knockdown, drag-out fistfight, so Taffer and Emmy Binari were separated. This is the first physical altercation I've ever been in, says Taffer, who got in Binari's face after the bar owner insulted Brian Duffy, Bar Rescue's consulting chef for the episode. I've never been hit or hit anyone in my life. Brian Duffy is a dear friend of mine and one of the nicest people ever, and Emmy attacked him in such a personally degrading way. That's what caused the altercation. I can't stand in a room when people are degraded that way. Taffer is used to stress owners and employees to a breakpoint and then draw out an owner's fight. That aggression is all about enthusiasm for the company and its survival, as he sees it, and it's his job to turn it from frustration into the will to change. The intensity of the confrontation, people don't like it, he says, but the reason they don't like it, their mind got woken up. You've got to crack open that mind to get anywhere. Psychologists will tell you that it takes 21 cycles to change human behavior, he says. I have to teach an employee a new way to do things over the course of 21 shifts, but for now, I don't have 21 days. I have 5 days to reverse hundreds of bad decisions, and that's my challenge in a nutshell. That's why I'm so aggressive. If I wasn't, 4 days later, we wouldn't be anywhere. Emmy was one of the cockiest, most difficult owners ever, says Taffer, but you could see that he had a good heart. There's something very likable about him, despite his curt, direct style of speaking to people, which could come off in an incredibly disrespectful way. The tussle between Binari and Taffer began, after which they took a break from filming to cool off. It was that in-your-face attitude. I wasn't sure Emmy was going to show up the next day, Taffer says. Eventually, Binari did show, but still in tow with bad attitude. Taffer said that it took more than a few minutes behind the scenes to arrange a sit-down to talk it through. Once they did, some common ground was actually found by the 2 men.
This girl will bury you! Fire her ass! If she's here tomorrow, I'm not!
Number 1. Music City Mess. Bar Rescue, the Spike TV reality show, has an infamous lost episode, and we don't mean the original pilot of the show, the real lost episode. Instead, it's called Music City Mess. It includes Nashville's Pit and Barrel Bar, until you realize the reason it's lost. It looks like a typical episode. The bar owner murdered a country singer the day before his episode was due to air. On November 23, after a tribute concert for musician George Jones, country singer Wayne Mills went to the Pit and Barrel for an after party. Mills got to an altercation around 5 a.m. with his friend, bar owner Chris Farrell. 3 times, Farrell fired a gun, and 1 bullet struck Mills in the back of his head, killing him. Farrell states that he fired in self-defense, and that, in a non-smoking area of the bar, the 2 got into an argument about Mills smoking, at which point Mills threatened to kill Farrell with a broken glass. Nicotine is a substance that's addictive, but damn. Farrell was sentenced to 20 years by the court for second-degree murder, but Farrell appealed the verdict. Spike TV, Bar Rescue's network, rushed to pull the episode as soon as the news of the murder came out, and it never aired. Again to this day, they pulled the normally scheduled airing of the new episode in the haste of Spike TV, but not the repeat that ran in the middle of the night. While Spike TV was effectively pulled down, unofficial leaks of the episode, a copy on the web, can still be found. Taffer brings Kevin Bledsoe, a famous barbecue chef, along to assist with the food, and expert mixologist Trevor Fry to assist with the bar. The trio are sitting outside looking at the hidden camera footage. Aside from the staff and a band, the bar remains empty, so Taffer sends in about 80 clients to see what they can do. Overpouring of liquor, gross and unsafe food, ill preparedness, poor service, but every bar at Bar Rescue has a quirk, and the quirk of Boondocks is Farrell's insistence on playing only the classic country music he likes, rather than the more popular new artists like Taylor Swift. The usual problems are on display. What is most remarkable is that Chris Farrell is far from Bar Rescue's most anguished bar owner, as Taffer goes to list the bar's numerous failings. Farrell is visibly upset, but he accepts Taffer's criticism, unlike most owners on the show. Farrell, notably, has a secret temper. Taffer confronts him the next day with a videotape from the previous night, showing him screaming at his boss, and Taffer brings in 2 former employees who talk about the explosive rage of Farrell. He ends up driving off in rage. Farrell takes the bait, and a huge argument breaks out. Alexis, one of the ex-employees, says something that seems telling in hindsight. This place will never change until Chris does. Without Farrell, Taffer and Fry start to train the bar staff, but soon Farrell comes back. In my personality, I have been attempting to redefine those points where I'm not so abrasive, he says. But then it cuts to Stacy, the bar manager, who says I've seen Chris talk the talk, and that's never been a change. I didn't believe Chris's apology at all, but this is only what Taffer wanted us to see. In fact, when the cameras were turned off, Taffer attacked the bar owner with a knife. This was the action that made Farrell so angry that he decided to kill the country singer. What do you think about these 2 owners who Jon attacked? Do you think he was right to attack them? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.